Incredible NBA chase down blocks. Thanks to ESPN, sports fans are often obsessing over statistics, batting averages, rushing yards, earned run averages, field goal percentages, rebounds, steals. But one stat that is often overlooked is the art of the block. Maybe we gloss over the block because it's not as game-changing as three-pointers or steals. The block doesn't necessarily even change possession of the ball like, say, a rebound would. But we mustn't forget that basketball, and any sport for that matter, is not simply a matchup on paper. That's why we play the games. Momentum and energy are big factors in the game, and nothing is more effective in changing the flow of momentum as a good hard block. Take some of the great blockers from the NBA. Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing, Tim Duncan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These players could get an entire arena to its collective feet by swatting a shot into the stands, and that is where so much more than the simple 2 points prevented in the play. Now there's a special version of the block that is particularly thrilling. During a fast break, just when a team believes they have an open floor ahead of them and are on their way to an easy bucket, bam! Out of nowhere, their opponent who chose to never give up sneaks up and ruins their day. Again. Not just breaking up the fast break, but taking the wind out of the opposing team's sails and bringing lady momentum to their side.
Kobe! With an incredible play! And I believe Darren Williams tried to dunk it. 12th three-pointer of the game. The brilliant shooting of Steph.
Howard LeBron. We'll see plenty of LeBron swatting shots later on, but in this clip, King James is on the wrong end of the chase down block. In Game 3 of the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals, the Orlando Magic led the Cleveland Cavaliers 94-86 with under a minute to go. Typically, a team would feel comfortable with this lead in such short time on the clock, but facing LeBron is anything but typical, so the Magic are playing tough defense even as the game winds down. James is bringing the ball down the court looking for a quick score to close the gap. He pulls up for a three, and Dwight Howard out of nowhere gets his hand on the ball. Even though Howard is called for a foul, though the replay clearly shows he touched nothing but the ball, this chase down block probably saved the game for the Magic and allowed them to squelch the roaring comeback the Cavs would have mounted in the last few seconds had LeBron nailed that three-pointer. The Magic go on to win Game 3, 4, and 6 before falling to the Lakers in the NBA Finals. His airness. Michael Jordan is one of the most fierce competitors to ever live. Seriously, cross this guy and you can guarantee he's got your number, and you best be watching your back. And here, Patrick Ewing learns that lesson the hard way. After he blocks Jordan's shot in this 1988 game, MJ comes out of nowhere on the very next possession and with impeccable timing swats Ewing's jump shot 3 rows deep in the stands. In 1988, Jordan was in his mid-20s and his career as a basketball legend was just getting off the ground. But well over a decade later, at the ripe old age of 40 and now playing for the Washington Wizards, an almost identical scenario unfolds. Jordan's jumper is blocked by Ron Artest of the Chicago Bulls, who then take off in a fast break to the other end of the court. As Ron Mercer attempts to complete the play, a tirelessly intense Jordan is giving chase. Mercer goes up for the shot, and Jordan comes from behind with a literal interception. Not even a swat, he just catches the ball in mid-flight and is seen jawing with the Bulls player as his teammates take the ball back to the Wizards' goal. He's just letting them know that the old man still got it. LeBron. LeBron is often called King James. It's a convenient nickname since it's a common version of the Bible, and he is also obviously one of the greatest players of all time. James is the king of many things, but one of his specialties is the epic chase down block. When many players would have given up, King James sneaks up and electrifies the stadium with a vicious block that changes the course of the game. So let's shamelessly look at a whole bunch of these, shall we? In 2017 game in Indianapolis, Lebron turns the ball over in a lazy pass, but where a normal player might sulk and think, well, I'll get him next time, LeBron hustles to the other end of the floor, takes flight, and swats the Pacers' layup out of bounds. On May 27, 2018, the Celtics and Cavaliers were deadlocked going into Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. With a 4-point lead in the fourth quarter, the Cavaliers turn the ball over and the Celtics take off on a fast break. You can probably guess what happens next. Yep, King James comes screaming down the court and rejects Terry Rozier's dunk. LeBron remains at the baseline to stare down his victim while the rest of the Cavaliers return the ball to the end of the court. A predator, say a tiger, will toy with its prey before going in for the kill. That's what LeBron does to Stephen Curry in Game 6 of the 2016 NBA Finals. It looks like LeBron quite possibly let Curry beat him off the dribble just so he could come from behind with an annihilating block. Oh, and by the way, this block was in the fourth quarter while the Cavs were preserving a lead in order to take the Warriors to Game 7. Which they also won to become NBA champs. LeBron, no doubt, was named the MVP. The speed, athleticism, intensity, the fire, the emotion, the game-changing momentum, altering thrill. There's truly nothing like the chase down block. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of the greatest of all time. Make sure to hit the subscribe and leave a comment to let us know what you think of these incredible chase down blocks. And we will see you next time right here on Hoop Hustlers.